Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Welcome to episode 73
73 of them tangs.
of the Sports U podcast. Gifting.
Robbie.
You know, I got Big Gift on my left. How we doing tonight,
What's
bro?
up with it, man? Big Gift, big grip, drip 10 from his walk. Shout out to H&M with the flannel. Got my guy Rob on the mic to the right of me.
You already know who it is. Rob on the mic with the 3. Dwayne Wade's my favorite player. And then we got
Davey in the
Steven.
cut.
What's up?
PMF Steven
Stay
in
with it.
front of us right here, always joining us once again. So glad we made the addition. Welcome again to the Sports U podcast, where we read you sports news.
You listen to our stupid ass opinions.
We are back with the Sports U crew here. Let's go ahead and give you the breakdown of the show, the Sports U show. Tonight's show will consist of a recap of the last play-in matchups, half of the first round playoff games, the rest. The rest in episode 73. What does that mean? Oh yeah, the rest of the matchups because we
I
only
don't
have
know,
half
sir.
of them.
You wrote that there.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just it's last second. You know, this is a new thing. We would give a breakdown of the show, but the rest of the playoff matchups in episode 73, which hopefully we could do a little bit earlier so we could get it in before Sunday starts, because we do have the play-in tournaments, the last 2 games going on tomorrow there. But we will be talking about again tonight about the Jazz versus Mavs, Wolves versus Grizz, Raps at Sixers, and the Nugs versus the Dubs. But we will start it off with, like we always do, with the quick hits. The
Yes,
Sports
sir.
U quick hits right here. Gift and bring in the first one.
All right. The first one we got here is Nets are now saying, guess what, y'all? Ben Simmons might actually come back. Game 4, Game 5 is when he's targeting a return. Don't know how true it is. In my opinion, I would rather just sit him out for the rest of the season because the
What?
The reward is just as high as the risk. So it's like, if he really does have a herniated disc,
He don't. It's a stupid ass excuse, bro.
you
You haven't been
know,
doing nothing.
we don't
You
know
haven't been
that.
doing anything.
We really don't know though.
Wow.
We genuinely don't know.
How about you, Steve? You think this is real? His back herniated disc?
I really don't know either, bro. Because I question it myself, but I can't really say myself, yeah, I know he doesn't have a herniated disc, bro. I don't.
I understand that.
don't.
I'm not trying to say no, somebody doesn't have an injury, but come on, man.
I agree. I don't think he should come back, though.
You what?
Yeah, I don't think he's been out this long, bro. Just go ahead and sit out.
But you're talking about an elite passer, and then he can play defense. He doesn't need to be that much.
I feel it, but do you want to have
insane type of
do you
role?
Do you want to have an elite passer on a minutes restriction when you know you really need that man?
No.
I want him at 100%.
But
Instead
no,
of
you
him
don't-
playing 10, 15 minutes a night.
But you still have the whole offseason to worry about, and of course, you
the
still have.
offseason's kind of cool. They got Ben Simmons going forward, so what are we really worried about?
He's
yeah,
not-
KD and Kyrie are going to
he's
get
still
old,
young.
but I mean, we knew that was going to happen.
Yeah.
Well, we said it when it first happened with the trade that I think we all kind of agreed that the Nets won the trade.
On paper.
Or excuse me, the 76ers won this trade because Ben Simmons wasn't going to play for the Sixers, and now it kind of looks like the Nets can kind of edge it out in the end if this guy comes back and starts performing like the Ben Simmons we all know, not the one that happens in the playoffs or the
He
last
needs to
time
get
we've
better.
seen him. But
He needs to get better, not
does
like
he
the Ben
on
Simmons
this
we know.
on this team? Does he
Yes.
from his last one?
Yeah, definitely.
You
He
got
needs
two.
to get better.
You got a two-headed monster right
Look,
there.
Dog, Ben Simmons, overall, after his first 2 years, he didn't really get that much better.
Thank you.
That's true. I would have to agree.
So he needs
Thank you.
We
do
expected
more.
him to get better as a number 1 overall pick. We were talking about how Baker Mayfield has a different type of standard because he is a number 1
Yeah,
overall
don't
pick.
get us started
I'm
on
just
that.
saying.
Started
I'm
on
just
Baker
saying.
Mayfield,
You
man.
have different
Are we
types
talking
of
about
standards.
that?
No.
Fuck.
Well, maybe. Is it in there?
Mm-hmm.
It is in there. But
Okay,
let me
cool.
bring in the next
Perfect.
quick hit because these are supposed to be quick. D'Lo and Ant combined for 59 points in the play-in victory against the Clippers. Cat fouls out with 11 points. Let's go ahead and hear from you. You have a lot to say about it, Steven. Let me get your first impressions on that matchup.
I do, but like, what else do I need to say? Bro's a front runner.
Front runner.
Yeah, bro.
Bro's a
he
front runner.
Definitely.
Trade the nigga Cat.
Yeah.
Man,
Bro, what you need
I don't
him
know
for?
about that.
Lil Ant and D-Lo was balling. Why we need Cat?
You could get a lot in return for
Well,
Cat.
Cat's really nice on the offensive side, and all of these guys.
Oh,
are
he
really
did
nice
so
on
much on the
offensive
offense side this day, though.
We're gonna
Come
bring
on,
up
man.
a lot of points in the series coming up here because we are going to be talking about them playing the Grizzlies. So we'll speaking a lot about that. But foreshadowing here, they got a really nice offense. They can
Man,
score.
I agree.
They can score at a nice pace. But did you have something to say? I've been saying a couple things about that.
Ant's that guy, man. Like,
Yeah, thank
He
you.
was hooping.
Finally,
He was
like,
hooping.
I knew he
hooping.
was great, but dog, Ant's that fucking
Hey,
we
guy.
were talking
And
about-
one more thing.
Go ahead.
One more thing. Say what you want about Patrick Beverly, but this game made me appreciate Patrick Beverly even more.
He was crying.
Man.
He was crying.
Made me appreciate
It was
even
good.
more.
This is
man.
the
happy
first
for him.
time I've ever been on
happy for him.
Pat Bev's side a little bit.
Hey, fuck y'all. Them boys is resilient. Maybe not Cap, but
Nah,
that team
yeah,
is.
not that guy.
They lost
Those
their best
two guys,
player. Hey,
yeah.
they lost their best player, and they
Yeah,
still
they're
ended up with the
resilient.
win. That's fucking
They're
awesome.
resilient right
Oh,
there.
let's go to the next one here. The Hawks come together and swat the Hornets' playoff hopes. Once again, the Hornets, let's make it about them because we will be talking about the Hawks in the future.
Really? They lost. Why make it about them?
Well, I'm saying, what do they need? We've been talking about
They're just
how
not
Gordon
there yet,
Hayward
bro.
wasn't enough.
They're just not there yet, bro.
And well, Miles Bridges is talking about a max contract. Does he deserve one?
They're not there yet, bro.
Not 176 million, but
He can
He's
get
He's a good
paid.
two-way player.
he's a
didn't
great
have a good
two-way
game, right?
player, but not
He deserves to get paid.
176.
You know,
I say
LaMelo
that.
didn't have a good game. Oh,
I'm
Gifton, can we
not
follow up with
saying
that
that.
question?
What's happening?
Who's better, Trey Young or LaMelo Ball?
Oh, I'm still taking the Melo.
Oh my!
Yeah,
Look,
I'm still taking.
no,
the,
look.
I'm still taking
Okay,
the bigger
look,
playmaker.
long
over-
long
Crazy.
term,
For sure.
maybe I think
Yeah,
low-key
I'm
LaMelo.
saying
but
right
right
now,
now,
though.
it's right now Trey's still better
Trey.
than man, bro. Yeah, right now Trey's still the guy.
Trey Young.
And
Man.
yeah,
I'm
the,
sticking
the
with what I
Hawks,
said.
the Hawks didn't. Yeah,
No, shout out the Hawks because they
they
yeah.
put them down.
bro.
Dude, hey,
Put
I
them
feel
down.
like Charlotte just gave up at some point. Cause look
Well,
at the
look,
score,
they were-
bro.
big
By like
time.
the
That's
third,
what it
fourth,
is.
Look
well,
at the
yeah,
score,
by
bro.
like
They
the
just
second,
gave
by
up.
the second half,
They were
yeah,
like,
by
they were
28.
cherry
It was looking
picking.
bad.
They were cherry picking a lot of the game, especially at the end. They're trying to get their
Yeah.
cheap points. Everybody was like
They
getting for
couldn't
their
get
stats.
none.
But and then kind of leading in and getting into the next one. The Hawks overcame them. Their bench was definitely pulling out, and the rest of the starters were just going off. Gifton was getting on Clint Capella too. Clint Capella having another
What do you have,
good
17?
game. He had 17, like 12.
I told you them
That's
is Clint
nice.
numbers.
You said 12 and 12. Pretty close.
See?
Pretty close.
I did say 12 and 12. But
No, no, you didn't say that.
I did say 12 and
He
12.
said-
No, I said. Well, I said,
well,
what
I
is he
mean-
good for? 12 and 12. Run
No,
the clip back. Run the
I'm
clip
telling
back.
you,
Not-
Run
it
the
was
clip
him.
back.
But on to the next one is we were talking about the Hawks and how they got into the next round. The Cavs, they're gonna be facing them. The Cavs fall to the Nets. Watching that matchup, I know that you've seen the game, Gifton. What is your impression on that? Is it more about the Nets being great or the Cavs just not being good enough?
It's more about the Nets being great between them two because no matter what happens, like KD
Them
said,
two is who?
It was really
KD and
close.
Kyrie.
Dude,
I just wanna-
bro.
I
It
wanna
was
refer-
it was a really close game though, but I mean KD said it, man. Fuck it, just ball, throw the ball up, let's hoop.
You know,
And look what happened. We hooped
Wha-
and they won.
Sorry, watching that game though, I was just saying it that it was gonna come close and those guys were gonna come out and really close out the deal. They have the history of showing that throughout many different playoff matchups, many different games overall. My biggest thing was, you know, KD when it was time to turn it on, he hit like 2 consecutive shots in a row to put him up by 10, and then after that it was more of just kind of game control. How you say for quarterbacks who can just, you know, control the game as a whole. That's what they were kind of doing
Well,
at the end there.
They made him work for it, bro.
They did. Darius Garland is proving to be a
34?
great
Oh,
star. If they had Jared
he's-
Allen, and you brought this up,
I
Steven,
agree, yeah,
they
that
would
was
have had a
my
much
opinion.
harder time. They got a lot of cheap points in the paint, extra little pass offs. So once they got double teamed,
Yeah.
do you think if they had Jared Allen that they would have won that matchup?
I do. He literally swings the scoreboard the opposite direction, bro. Like it's not like he's giving up a bunch of points. He's gonna give you points doing easy things, getting offensive rebounds. So I feel like he's gonna offset them.
No, I get you. I get you on that one. Let's get on to the next one here. Another play-in game that just happened. The Pelicans dominate the Spurs, and now we'll be taking on the Clippers tomorrow, Friday. I'll go ahead and start off with this
Oh.
one. I was just kind of mentioning, man, look at the starting lineup of the Pelicans. Look at the starting lineup of the Spurs. DeJounte Murray coming off that illness, losing a lot of weight. They already have, again, a below 500 record.
Yeah.
The Pelicans feast on
Both
people
teams
who are
did, though.
below
Yeah.
average.
Both teams did.
Oh
though.
yeah, but I'm saying the Pelicans feast on people are on teams that are below average.
I'm
Ultimately,
sure they both do. I'm sure they both do, probably.
ultimately though, CJ really showed out.
Yeah.
A mid-season acquisition for these Pelicans,
Yeah.
and Bi was healthy with them. The last time that they played again, Bi was not there, and ultimately they came out with the win.
Do you still think that trade was a success or no?
I mean. You know, the Trailblazers, they got some stuff back. Herb Jones, let's just say that much.
What did the Trailblazers get back in return, though? Really?
Their about to get another
They,
draft.
they,
Yeah, besides the draft pick, what else did they get?
Anthony Simons
they
gets
still
more of a
have
role,
Simons,
which is
yeah.
big time.
Yeah.
You know, it's the same thing that we're kind of talking about Jordan
And
Poole,
they
his role.
They start winning some games here and there at the end of the season too, low key, bro. The Blazers.
The Blazers? Yeah, I mean, they
Yeah.
showed out a little bit,
Yeah,
but
just
ultimately,
a
there's a
little
lot of teams that were kind of showing out at the end.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
so a
So it
little
makes
bit of
sense.
kind of garbage time
some of
games,
it-
but
I mean, some of them, but some of that is to get confidence for the next year, bro. Like that does carry over for
What-
some teams.
one thing I do want to emphasize is shout out to Herb Jones.
Yeah,
He was
man.
somebody that we emphasized.
Machine.
He really came out, put it on
Real
the
machine.
both sides of the court. Really just playing that dig deep, getting out there, holding that Pat Bev role, right? We kind of became more of a fan of Pat Bev. Everybody always talks shit about him. And even now that he wins and everybody's talking about all these players need to put more emphasis or more effort into the regular season or just more of a actual like care into the game. This guy shows it out, and this whole team actually shows it out after multiple losing seasons. This is how you change a culture, showing that you care, being a leader, and you're even saying it too. Who is he hanging out with?
I
Pat
told you
Bev.
him and Lil Ant was together, bro.
All the time, all the time. And then bring us in the last one. This is your guy, Gifton. And actually, I want to bring in something else that I put
Wait,
into
hold
the,
on.
the
Drop
group
me
chat.
down to Marco. Damn it.
You're so aggressive.
Raiders extend Derek Carr 3 years,
Number one fan right
$121.3
here.
million.
Yeah, look at him.
Fuck y'all, man.
Look at him.
Anyways,
Hey,
I just wanted to talk about it
Go ahead, go
because
ahead,
Go ahead, bro.
now it is no more excuses, Raider fans.
No.
It's definitely
Stop
no more
it.
excuses.
Get some help.
We
I'm
got our
sorry.
QB, we
Jumped
got
in
our
too
running
quick.
back, got
See
our
how you
offense,
saying we?
got some great
We.
defense. We, she,
We.
he, doesn't matter.
him, her.
Him,
No,
her.
no, him-
Wait,
him,
whoa,
he,
stop.
him, he.
Stop. This not that
Oh,
kind of
no,
show,
I
dog.
was
This
giving-
not that kind of show,
I-
dog.
Are you being discriminative, bro?
Oops.
We accept all of them.
We accept all of them. Everybody into you. Everybody welcome into you.
Everybody
But-
after you.
Nah, because, I mean, the same way, I mean, they're built to whatever happens, not whatever happens, they're built to win a playoff game, in my opinion.
Oh,
Hey.
that's
can
big
win
time.
one.
That's why you
They
give a
can win
quarterback
one
no
playoff
trade
game.
clauses.
They can win a
Crazy.
playoff
I'm
game.
gonna tell you this.
Go ahead.
They're desperate.
My friends in the AFC West who are not Raiders fans don't care about this move.
I'm telling you.
That's
who would?
all I'm gonna say.
He is the worst quarterback in this division.
Is he?
Yeah, Justin Herbert's better. Russell Wilson's
Right,
better.
right. He's
I mean-
Justin Herbert's better than him, but he
But
beat
he
Justin
lost.
Herbert. Motherfucker. What do you mean?
Hey, that's me. That's
Justin
me.
Come
Herbert
on.
still
I'm
might have
picking
better
Justin Herbert
numbers
all
that
day.
game, bro.
I'm
Is
picking
Is it
him all
because
day.
is it honestly because Justin Herbert has better weapons, or what makes Justin Herbert better than Derek Carr?
He can run.
He's a better quarterback.
He
than
can
Derek
throw down
Carr,
the
bro.
field a lot better. He has a more of a dart of an arm. I would just say that Derek Carr definitely
Derek
impressed me
Carr,
with this last year,
yeah,
and he definitely deserved to
yeah.
get paid based off of all the shit
Yeah,
that he was
Yeah,
dealing
I
with.
agree.
So I'll
Maybe
give that
not
much.
121.
That's the
But
market
this is
rate.
cool.
That's the market
Yeah,
rate,
like
bro.
he said. But
Okay.
we got two more quick hits, so let's make these quick. Packers signed Sammy Watkins to a 1-year, $4 million deal. Who put this in here?
They had to get somebody.
I'm mad at you.
Fuck Aaron.
I'm mad at you, man. I'm mad at
Hey.
you.
Had
Whoever
to
put
get
this in
somebody.
here.
Aaron eating all the money, bro.
It was
Hey.
me. It was me, but I was just like, damn. they
Down
gotta
the
get
field threat.
somebody.
He replaces
Valdez-Scantling.
Valdez-Scantling. So
Shit, that mean
see
they
how
would.
that goes.
I mean, damn, they gave Sammy $4 million, bro.
Yeah.
not too bad, man. I'm sorry that
For
Sammy.
a
That's
year.
not
deal with that.
great.
Yeah.
That's not great.
I'm surprised he
Aaron
settled for
eating that
much.
money up, bro.
I'm
hungry.
surprised he left with that much. Like he was like, all right, let's do it. But maybe it's because Aaron Rodgers can get him more money in the next year.
Do you guys still think Sammy's kind of searching for a home now, or is he past
He
his
kinda
prime?
is-
Is
he
it?
kind of is still searching for a home if he just bouncing
No,
around.
it's not. I think he's past his prime, but he still has some stuff to give value to a team.
Right.
Bro, he's not
He's
even
nothing great.
He's
But he's
isn't he-
something.
How old is he? Like 28? Is he? He's
No,
not
but
old?
I mean, how can he get any better? He's never been
Well.
really that great. So his prime, what is a prime? Don't you have to be great in your
yeah,
prime?
I don't feel like
I'm
he's
cool
really
with that.
shown that.
All right, but I actually want to bring in this last quick hit and kind of combine two here. Who should feel more disrespected? Let's make this quick. Baker Mayfield from the Browns or Kyler Murray with the Cardinals? Kyler Murray reportedly will not play
Yeah.
for the Cardinals
Unless he gets a new contract.
unless he gets
yeah,
a new contract.
He won't play.
So who should feel more disrespected, Kyler or Baker? Let's start with you here, Steven.
You already know I'm going Kyler.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not riding with Baker on this one.
Every year getting better.
Who?
Kyler.
Oh yeah, I agree. Look, we've been saying, oh yeah, Baker's been hurt this last year, but Baker hurt himself.
Yeah.
He threw a dumbass interception.
Multiple dumbass interceptions, I would say.
No, but on the specific one against the Texans, when he hurt himself, he threw one and tried to tackle the guy and got hurt.
Yeah.
Like, come on, bro. Don't throw the interception.
Don't throw the interception. That's easy to say.
It's kind of hard.
I mean,
from the couch, huh? It's easy to say.
okay.
Hey, no, but seriously,
he's
I'm
not.
being honest,
It's not like he,
it's
bro. He
easy to
still
say,
leads
like,
the
it's
league in
hard.
interceptions. It's not like I'm.
Yeah, I'm just
fuck
saying,
saying it from the couch.
In the NFL, I feel like it's a lot easier to say that than it is to actually do it. Don't
He
throw
leads
interceptions.
the league in interceptions, though.
Yeah.
Don't.
Man.
I like this one. Don't chase after the defender. I mean, at the guy who created the turnover. So I guess the defender.
Yeah, I don't know what he thought he was gonna do. It's not. He's 5'11" out here, anyway.
Gifton, who should feel more disrespected?
Definitely Kyler Murray.
Facts.
Only because
he's more productive.
Mainly that. More because he's more productive. He's in a stronger, harder division that he definitely holds his own in, unlike Baker. I'm sorry, I'm not rocking with nobody who we got 3 different coaches for and you still had the same results. I can't rock with that, bro. I can't rock with that.
I think
you won 1 playoff game in 16 years and people are acting like
no, 6 years.
6 years. You won 1 playoff game in 6 years and people are acting like you're fucking Superman saving
might be
Metropolis
5
or
years.
something.
4.
It might 4, 5,
because he's going into his 5th.
And they're not picking up his 5th-year option. Is that what the thing is? Because
Well,
who else did we talk about that? It's Daniel Jones. Are they in the same draft class?
No, Daniel Jones is a year after him.
I think Daniel
Okay,
Jones
so then
a year
he is
after.
maybe did his 5 years, so he's going into his 6th year.
Probably.
Yeah.
Is Baker going in 6 years?
think
Baker's
he's
going
going
to
to 6 year.
5.
I think it's 5.
Daniel
year.
Jones was year 4.
This is year
Yeah.
5 for Daniel Jones. They're picking up his 5th-year
No.
option by May.
He's only played 3 whole seasons. How is this year 5 for him? It's
That's
not.
what
He didn't sit
because
on the bench that
he
long.
sat down on the bench the first year watching Eli.
The whole year?
Yeah.
Oh, Eli was still on the team.
No, yeah, I know he was.
So
Yeah,
but
Eli
you're
was
right though. He
definitely
played
still
3
on the
years,
team,
so that's
but
why I could
yeah,
see you could get
okay.
like everybody can get confused.
Yeah.
But I definitely want to put a lot more emphasis and a lot more time into these playoff matchups. I know there's 2 playing games kind of coming up. Let's kind of just cover those pretty quickly here. You have the Cavaliers against the Hawks. Who do you got, Steven?
I honestly, man, I'm gonna go Hawks.
I like that. I'm gonna go Hawks to playoff Trey. That's all I gotta say. Gifton, who you got?
Experience.
Hawks. Top. Trey. Unanimous.
All of us
Unanimous.
agreed.
That's
Unanimous.
Trey just proved it. So hey, shut me up.
And in the West, we have the Clippers against the Pelicans.
I think wasn't that today?
No, that's tomorrow.
That's
Both
tomorrow.
of these matchups are tomorrow.
Got it.
Steven, who you got?
Yeah, this one is a little harder because I really have
Oh,
no
the Clippers.
faith in
I got the
either
Clippers.
one
I got
of
the Clippers
these
all day.
Going further. I really have no faith in either one of these.
Well, they're
teams
playing the
going
1-2
further.
seed. That's gonna be a little hard anyway.
Yeah.
So,
But I mean,
I'm saying like the other teams that make
no,
out
I know,
playing.
but I'm because I'm thinking
For our
about
listeners,
because when I look at it, I'm like looking at the best 2 players on each side.
CJ was rolling. That's crazy.
That's why
CJ
I'm like
was
the
rolling.
Pelicans low key might have the best 2 players. Not like because Paul George by himself. Who's standing?
Come on, you
who's
watched that last game. He's
comparable-
not by himself.
No, I'm saying,
That
but
was
who
nice.
on the Clippers is comparable to Ingram and CJ?
I
Right.
mean, yeah. I mean,
Reggie's
they have
not.
the 2 best
Reggie
players.
is not.
They have the
Nah,
2 best. They
definitely
have the
not.
2 better players. So it's Paul George, then it's CJ, then it's Bi. So I would say
That's
I get
why
where
I
you're
feel
coming
like
from on
it's.
that.
that's
Maybe
why it's
Zion's
a
coming
little
back. He's
hard.
doing 360 dunks. Gifton, who you got there? I got the Clippers, Pelicans. Break the tie. Who is it?
I'm gonna take Pelicans because I said the Pelicans were gonna come out of the play-in. I said the Pelicans were gonna come out of the play-in. I said the Pelicans were gonna win their game, and then
And
they're
Zion
gonna
need
come
to
out of the
shut it
play-in.
down.
One.
Zion
He
needs
does.
to shut it down.
One last thing I would like to say is I went 4-0 with the play-in tournament.
2 for 2. I ain't doing
I only
too
got
bad.
one.
Motherfuckers.
I really only think I got one, bro.
Damn, it was the Timberwolves one, I think.
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy.
2 for 2. We
It's all right. We on to the next one here. Let's get into these playoff matchups. I definitely want to get hard. Like let's get into a good ass discussion about these. We had a full season of evidence to really build up on. Let's get into the first one. The Utah Jazz at the Dallas Mavericks. Series starts Saturday at 10 a.m. Pacific time, early in the morning. Clean out your eye boogers, brush your teeth,
Damn, a 10
and put
a.m.
on
game?
some basketball.
Well, I'll be at work.
It's just, there you go. Gifting.
Yeah, bro, they do that.
You're
in
gonna
the
be
playoffs
slacking
for
that day,
sure.
man. Come
Bro,
on.
Honestly, it might be like 3 games that day. So
It's
probably
4 games.
Four?
4 games that day.
That's why then, yeah.
Yep.
So
So let me bring it in here. The story all year for each team is, will the Mavericks defense continue to be the highlight of the team next to Luka Doncic, of course? And will the Utah Jazz continue to have a lack of chemistry and fall in the last minutes of each game? Now, Luka Doncic health is a little bit more questionable with the left calf strain that he exited Sunday's game with, an expectation of possibly returning for game 3 or 4 when they're on the road. Because they do have home court advantage here. The Jazz's biggest concern is themselves, blowing double-digit leads, passing the ball to Gobert and never really finishing, fumbling the ball there. Passive comments during press conferences as well, calling each other out. We kind of seen how that worked out for Trae Young. It actually worked out. Everybody showed up except for him really in that last matchup here. And again, we want to emphasize the team's
he
chemistry.
was getting all the attention on him though.
You're right. But he did have really bad shooting percentages there, and he possibly could have shot his team out the game. And again, we want to emphasize the Utah Jazz. Shut up, man. The Utah Jazz chemistry. So my question to y'all, and I love to put these names on these men. I did it the last time we were talking about the playoffs. I gave him like a little name throughout the whole playoffs here. Who wins this matchup in the first round between the defensive Mavericks and the falling Utah Jazz? Who wants to start it off here? Go ahead and just talk. I don't even know who wants to start. Oh, yeah, Gifton.
Man.
Take it on, boy. Get it. Who you got here?
Honestly,
It's a good matchup,
nah,
especially with Luka being out. It
Give me
makes
a
it a little bit better.
Out.
I'm gonna take Utah.
Oh, why would you? It's a trick. It's a trap.
I hope it is a trap, but
Damn, but you picked him. All right, go ahead.
Without Luka, how is this team moving?
What? What do you mean?
How is that?
You've spoken about all these guys on the team you like that are role players, and now you're saying how is
that's
the
the
team
problem.
moving?
But here's the thing: nobody's the go-to role player. Everybody's kind of still.
Jalen Brunson can't get a bucket.
Not really. I mean,
Spencer
not that he
Dinwiddie can't get a bucket.
No, not that he can't get a bucket, but it's just like they're not. I don't think they can get it done.
They have to
That's
play
crazy.
team
I don't
basketball, bro.
Yeah.
They gotta play it.
And they are capable of doing it too. If you watch them, they always make the extra pass.
Yeah, they're capable of doing it, but I mean, I just feel like like I always say, bro, you need your key, you need your piston, you need your go-to guy. There's no go-to guy for them.
There are guys who can take over.
But okay, so
certain situations.
But real quick,
at least for closing moments.
Let me ask you this.
Closing moments, yes, but you need your go-to.
But let me ask you this much. So you explain why the Mavericks aren't going to win, but why the Jazz? What will make them, or what shows you that they'll overcome the Mavericks?
Because hopefully Quinn Snyder will put it together like the greatest game plan to just basically pretty much attack anybody off the perimeter. Like you don't really got to worry about the inside, but I'm kind of thinking that Utah's going to shoot the lights out. Really?
They have a possibility of doing that.
They have the team to do that.
But they traded Joe Ingles. That doesn't help.
Yeah, they traded Joe Ingles, but
Rudy Gay hasn't really been a good acquisition like they thought he would be.
Rudy,
I didn't really feel like that was the fit.
Rudy Gay has always been underrated in my opinion, but
I've never disliked Rudy Gay. I just didn't feel like that was a team for him, honestly.
I kind of disagree with that because they have a lot of good 6-man of the year type of players. You know,
So that doesn't make me think the Jazz is a team for him still.
I'm just saying, like, I feel like he could have made a bigger difference, but he hasn't really been healthy or had a role in that team.
That's
fair.
But
so you think that the Utah Jazz can really pull this one out?
Yeah.
If how many games is it going?
6.
6. So you're saying that they're not even gonna win?
Utah in 6.
It can happen. Utah has the capabilities of doing it, but
and
I think recently
is Tim Hardaway back?
No, I don't think so.
See.
I don't think so.
That's like that.
Okay.
They haven't even really spoke about it.
Tim Hardaway. Who the fuck else is here?
All right, let me tell you. So you got Jalen Brunson, right? We just spoke about
He's
Spencer
okay.
Dinwiddie,
Can't get it done, though.
Dorian Finney-Smith.
He's
Reggie
just
Bullock.
Reggie Bullock just shoots threes.
But that's what you're talking about, though, right?
He's more of a spot up coming off screens, though. He's not taking off.
I don't even think he's coming off screens like
he can.
He's more in the corner.
He's more in the corner. He's more so a corner. He's more of a set shooter than an off the screen.
And another guy that can shoot like that too. And but it's a little spotty. But I'm just gonna put his name out there, Davis Bertans. I hate that I'm
Don't
gonna
get me
bring that.
started on fucking
I don't want to
David
bring that guy
Bertans,
up in
bro.
my
David
argument. Like,
Bertans.
Don't get me
Bertans.
started on Bertans.
He's a shooter though.
Don't get me
He's a
started on
shooter.
Bertans.
His stretch.
Let me bring it in real quick though.
Go ahead,
Go,
go.
what were you gonna say though? I want to.
What I want
you
to finish with is I honestly think that they're gonna come up with a very aggressive game plan to get them out of there in 6. They have to.
Okay.
They have to.
So for me,
But what if Luka comes back though?
Luka's not gonna come back to like what, game 4?
They said 3 or
So
4.
hopefully, we got to get these 2, and then whatever, and we good.
So you don't
That,
think though?
that the series is not over because they win those 2 though, bro.
Okay,
Oh, if they win 2 at their house and then they have to go to Utah.
they got it.
Oh, you're
That's what
the
I'm
first 2
saying.
games. Okay.
Oh yeah, they're
We
in
got to
they're in
win these 2
Dallas.
at home.
Okay,
We
okay.
win out on here.
Yeah.
We
No,
go home.
not win at. Yeah, there
we
you go.
get it done, or we split on the road. But either way, they're still gonna have to come back to us
Alright.
for game 6.
Yeah, I get
That's
that.
fair.
So
Okay,
let me
yeah.
say this much. All right. So what I want to start it off with is it sucks that Luke is not there.
Yes.
But the way that this Jazz team is beating themselves is totally different. Now, I will always mention this. Home court advantage is actually a big deal. Now, when you talk about the loss of Luka Doncic, right? The rest of this team is actually very, very good at not only shot creating them for themselves, but also spreading the love around. We were speaking about how a lot of the times, let's talk about the Warriors for just a quick second. When you have a lot of mouths to feed and they're of a higher talent, they're not able to really come out and have the role that they, the potential that they possibly can. For example, Jordan Poole, right? But now that Steph is out, Jordan Poole is able to show out a little bit more. Now that Luka is out, I believe that Spencer Dinwiddie will fit that role a lot better. I believe that Jalen Brunson will be more aggressive in that manner. I believe that Dorian Finney will get more shots up in the corner the same way with Reggie Bullock, and they will depend on the perimeter a lot more.
Yeah.
So live by the 3, die by the 3,
Yeah.
and also
Because I know I'm a Rockets fan.
yeah, there you go, there you go. I think one of the biggest
Jazz
things,
will shoot some 3s too, bro.
They are. Jordan Clarkson's finna pull like
Well,
nothing.
yeah, I mean
But they have games where they live and die by it too, for
Exactly.
sure.
Yeah,
they
for
shot
sure.
their asses out the playoffs
Yeah,
last year.
Thank you, Steven. Thank you, Steven. You just hit everything right on the head of the nail.
well, my whole thing is, they have a lot of good players on this Jazz side, but
Yeah.
I think, and we've always emphasized it as well, locker room is a big fucking deal when it comes to how your team jives and how your team will handle adversity.
Yeah,
These
I
t-
question their chemistry a little bit sometimes, considering just how like they fall apart.
Exactly.
I don't blame
And
you on that one though. I don't
when
blame
they're
you on
at another person's home and they get on a run, can those guys come back and make those runs? They have the capability of doing it, but will they? Based off the evidence that they've shown us recently, especially at the end of the season, no, they do not. Again, blowing double-digit leads with minutes left to go is definitely tough.
Bro,
I
the
got
Lakers
the
beat
Mavericks.
the Jazz.
Yeah, I got the Mavericks. The only reason why I got the Mavericks, though, is because I believe Luka will come back for Game 3 and Game 4, which is the most important games because they're not on his home court. If they can win one of the games at home and they can win one of the games away, I think that this series is definitely going 7,
Yeah.
and Luka will definitely be the major point and showing how valuable he can be in the end. It is going to go 7, unfortunately, because it's going to be a long series, and hopefully Luka can last, especially with the calf strain. Definitely sounds crazy, but again, man, we're forgetting Powell too. We're forgetting Kleber. I think that both of those guys can do like Powell has a really good matchup against Gobert, even though that guy is a defensive player of the year. But you're talking,
But
if you
I
look
feel
at
like,
it,
but yeah, I feel like
I
low
think
key
he went like 9-16 again against him.
I know, but I feel like their
over two
plan
matchups.
probably should low key be like attack Rudy and see what the
Yeah,
defense
put him in-
reacts to.
You have to stretch the
Put-
floors
put
because
Rudy
all
in the
those guys,
worst
except for
situations.
Powell, maybe can all stay on the 3-point line. Kleber, 3-point line. Even though he's been more of a dud lately, it just takes one game, especially in the playoffs, to really put you back on track.
Right.
They're gonna spread the floor. They're gonna make Rudy Gobert uncomfortable and really take this series. It is gonna go to 7 because man, this is tough without Luka. If they had Luka, shit is over in 5. But since they don't, I definitely think it's gonna go 7. I do think it's gonna be 2-2 in this series as well. But overall, they will go ahead and close it out.
We good there?
Well, Steven hasn't really made his
No,
analysis
not
just
yet.
yet.
Sorry.
Well, I mean, I've still been like making analysis here and there, but yeah, I feel like Mavs in 7, bro. Because like if Luka comes back, the Jazz aren't closers.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah,
not
that's what I'm saying.
closers. They don't close. They haven't shown it. Like years of this squad together, we've seen them not close. It doesn't matter.
I would say
who
they
it's been
can't
against.
close against top tier teams.
Yeah, exactly.
Shit teams, yes.
The
Top
Mavs
tier
aren't a
playoff
shit
team.
team.
Yeah, top tier playoff teams. That's where they struggle.
Yeah.
But like I said, I think without Luka the first 2 games, I think they can be really aggressive and get this shit over pretty quickly.
We'll see, but again, they got to take them on the road. So even on that aspect, it's like I don't have all the faith in the Jazz like that, bro.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest part. If you look at the evidence, most recently
They have the perfect
they're gonna have to do it.
opportunity. I just don't feel like they're gonna grab this one, bro.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Damn.
I think that, especially in the first game, I'm just gonna try to predict it real quick. The Jazz
The
will
Mavs
lead.
look hot on them on that first game. They're gonna be they gonna be rethinking the whole series.
I
like,
really
oh,
think
whoa.
though that the Jazz will control the whole first game, and then they're gonna crumble. And then that will set the tone for the whole rest of the series. They'll win the second game because the Mavs did their job, per se, without Luka. And then after that, Luka will come back. They'll win the second game. Talking about the Jazz will win the second game.
Yeah.
Luka will come back, split those 2 games there. Hopefully they'll win. Because isn't it 3 games at Utah?
2-2, 1-1-1.
2-2, 1-1-1. Okay,
Yeah.
so then they'll win at Mavs, win at Utah, or excuse me,
Yeah.
lose at
Because-
Mavs, win at Utah.
two-
And game
2-3
7's in Dallas.
Yeah,
so
they'll lose. they'll lose to them
2-3-2
again.
2-3-2 was a cheat. They had to change that after.
But he said
that
six-
was in
you
the
said 6
finals.
games, right?
They were doing
Yeah.
that in the
Yeah.
finals though.
But
We'll see.
No, they did that in
The finals
2000
mainly.
the
It was
finals-
mostly
and it
the
was
finals.
2013 when they did that in the playoffs too.
Oh,
Because
okay.
when it was LeBron.
Was
was
that
there.
like the lockout year or some shit? Like
I
that?
think
think during the
I
lockout
think it
year they
was the
tried something
lockout
different.
year. Yeah, but that 2-3-2 was a cheat. But 2-2, 1-1 is perfect. Anyways,
Bring it in, Gift
the
Man.
Minnesota Timberwolves dropped me some. Yes, sir. The Minnesota Timberwolves at the Memphis Grizzlies. I'm hype as fuck about this one.
said, "Oh, Lord
Jesus,
Jesus,
it's a fire.
This is gonna
Boy,
be a matchup.
This is gonna be a movie. Get your popcorns, call off, tell your dogs, tell your friends, tell your chicken, tell your girlfriend, put your phone down, cause Ant and Ja are really about to get greasy with it. So let me bring it in here real quick.
Think they'll guard each other?
Sorry,
They have to.
the intros might be
Got
a little bad.
Got to.
I try to hurry these up.
I
so
mean, they don't
bring
have
it
to
in.
know that, but fuck it. The Timberwolves have played themselves into a win after this big win against the Clippers, 109-104. The Grizzlies, on the other hand, have been amazing this whole season, even with John Morant out of the lineup. 20-5 now. Now John Morant is back and in full force after a spectacular comeback win to put a bow on for the Grizzlies' fun season. Fun that was.
Oh yeah, fun.
Oh,
Fun. That's what this 7-game series is going to be.
got it.
Sorry.
But will it go 7? Because I don't know how you're gonna say
Oh yeah,
that too.
but will it go 7?
Right. These 2 young teams have little playoff experience and are ready to get some more against one another in the first round. So, Rob, we'll start with you.
Ooh, me again. Let's do it.
First round. Who do you think wins this matchup between the resilient Timberwolves? Yeah, those 2 guys were resilient, unlike that big guy in the back.
Hey, the whole team was resilient. That guy really
Yeah,
beast.
honestly, it's just everyone but Cat,
Cat.
bro.
Cat really
Yeah.
fucked
He
it
let
up.
them
Bro,
he let them all
Nazir
down.
Reed played better than
Yeah.
fucking Carl Anthony Towns. But do you have the resilient Timberwolves minus the big guy or the gritty Grizzlies?
I didn't put the minus the big guy. Word to Cat. I actually like you, dog. Keep leading that team, changing the culture in there.
Or we thought he was
This
leading.
game, this matchup is about to be crazy.
Yeah.
Now, I was doing my own research. My whole thing, and I kept reading it. They're like, who's gonna guard Ja? Who's gonna guard Ja? Now, I'm not saying anybody can stop Ja, but who's gonna guard Ja? Isn't it gonna be Patrick Beverly? That showed the heart. That also stopped him. Didn't he try to put out a game winner to at least tie the game? Excuse me. And he shot an air ball against Pat Bev. That's what I remember correctly in their last matchup. Didn't also the Wolves beat them by 30? Words to the mans who let the comment in there talking shit to us because we were talking about how the Wolves will never beat the Grizzlies, which I'm still gonna pick the Grizzlies in this one, even though I wanted to say that for the last part. But I got the Grizz in this one. I've been talking about the Timberwolves this whole time, talking about how they are resilient, how Cat is leading the charge. But look at the way that they were playing that last game. They needed every ounce of energy, every ounce of belief from those main two men. And I'm gonna believe too that in a 7-game series, our man's D'Angelo Russell isn't going to drop 29 every game. Guess who is going to drop 30 or 25 plus every game, though?
It'll take him a lot of shots
Anthony
to get
Edwards,
but he'll get it.
No, Anthony Edwards, though, will be that man that's going to be dropping all those points. He is not scared, and he won't be scared to put up those shots, even though he's, like you said, 5 of 20 or whatever. But overall, it was an amazing game to watch them kind of go at it. Not them, but the Timberwolves go at it with the Clippers really show out. And let's think about it this much. You had Malik Beasley showing off. You had Reed, you were mentioning him, coming in and putting up some nice stuff. He needs to work on them fucking free throws. Yes, Josh McDaniels had a lot to say. He was actually injured in the last little bit of the season, but then came back and was able to put on that defensive prowess, staying and stretching the floor a little bit there. I also expect Anthony Edwards to take a lot of the grunt work on Ja Morant. He's bigger. He has been put into a lot of different defensive type of things, and it has been guarding the best player at the end of the season, except for when he had his knee thing going on. But come on, man, like you got to be dismotivated by Cat. And come on, look at the other side there, right? You're talking about Steven Adams guarding Cat. I don't expect Zubac to do a much better job than Steven Adams would, and they stopped him.
Put some respect on Steven Adams.
No, that's what I'm saying. Steven Adams, like Zubac, did a good job on and Rocco.
They were trapping the hell out of him,
They
too.
did really well on him. So I'm saying
I think Steven Adams and Jaren Jackson got something for him.
And you're talking about JJ Jr., so I really got the Grizzlies.
Throw a little Kyle Anderson in there.
Dylan Brooks will do so well on everybody else. Maybe Ant will have a little bit of a field day with them, but he's gonna make D'Lo work.
Ant's gonna have a field day on Dylan Brooks.
Oh, I think so.
Woo!
Not crazy like he's gonna dominate, because Dylan Brooks is actually a great two-way player.
So then you can't say field day.
I said kind of a field day.
And either it is or it ain't.
Lil Ant gonna have to work on Dylan
That's what
Brooks.
I'm
saying. This is all from the top of the head. I don't got nothing scripted on this shit. So let me use my vocabulary right. I said a little bit of a field day. I don't have a better word of saying that. But overall, I'm just gonna finish my analysis with this. If you look at the matchups, it's going to be a nice game because they'll go back and forth. Everybody can't cover everybody, but Desmond Bane is really, really nice. He can cover a lot of people.
Really
Dylan Brooks can cover anybody. You're talking about Ja Morant, too, who is a leader on that team, of course, and can ditch the ball everywhere. Look at all these different players. Jaren Jackson Jr. can spread the floor. And then, of course, like you got this guy who's throwing touchdown passes and Steven Adams. They just got everything going for them. Man, look at this team, 20-5 without him. With Ja, I just think they're like basically unstoppable, except for the Suns can really do a number on them. But again, I got the Grizz in this matchup, man. No matter how much I love these Timberwolves and look at them and the way that they're doing stuff, I got the Grizz, and I'm gonna say this much too: the Grizz in 5. The Grizz in 5.
Honestly,
damn,
they spent a lot of effort.
Who you got, Stevie?
Yeah, I'm not arguing with the Grizz in 5 either, because realistically, bro, unless Cat figures out some way to average a 28-12 series, if he's not doing that, bro, how are they gonna win?
Yeah,
because I just don't believe they're gonna have a consistent enough scoring to be able to stay with the Grizz, and the Grizz can play defense, bro. They're not bums.
I believe you're right, though. It's all on Cat for them to make the extra step. If Cat goes crazy,
if he plays,
that's what's gonna.
They have a chance to make it even. But if he looks like how he did against the Clippers, and if he looks like that at least 1 or 2 games, bro, they're going home. Period. He can't afford to play any games like that. I don't think he can.
Cat's emotions can't overcome him to cost him the game.
I would say that
and
too.
then even that whole Reggie Miller thing when he was just like, "Oh, he's young and inexperienced." This is his
bro.
Sixth,
he's too damn
fuck
inexperienced, bro.
Come on, bro. You know better.
Yeah,
you know better by
bro.
now.
And it ain't even that. He didn't even get a foul. It wasn't even a good foul, bro. That was a loose ball foul. You didn't have a chance on a rebound.
That was wild.
You just gave yourself up.
Yeah,
it was tough, and I would love to hear what Gifting got. How many games though, Steven, do you got on this one?
5, bro.
5
There's
too.
no reason.
Five?
There's really, like
Shit.
unless Cat wants to put his big boy pants on, but I really don't feel like he will for enough games for them to win. So I'm gonna give him 5.
That's what Steven Adams is gonna do to Cat. Gifton, who you got and why, and how
Sure
many games?
is.
Excuse me.
Another unanimous, bro.
Marco.
I've been rocking with the Grizzlies all year. I've said that Desmond Bane, Brandon Clark, DeAnthony Melton, Tyus Jones, Dylan Brooks being back, Slow Mo. They all know their roles. They all know what time it is. They're all right behind Ja. Ja had a quote today. He said, "We don't run from smoke. We run up the chimney and go get it."
Yeah.
And that's letting me know that Ja really does not give a fuck who's in front of him. They are going to take out anybody, and it doesn't matter.
Including Phoenix.
Yeah, that'll be a good one though.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm Grizzlies in 5, man. It's great that Anthony.
You
It's
pick
great.
5 too?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
they gotta get him out quick. They're gonna get him out. It's gonna be quick.
I
bro.
think they're gonna get dismotivated. They put out a lot
Cat
of energy
will.
for that last
Cat
one.
will, yeah.
They put out a
like
lot of
like
energy.
it is great that D'Lo and Ant combined for 59 points. Great to see that.
Cat gonna start getting unmotivated, and it might rub off on D'Lo a little bit.
would you
I think Ant gonna play hard the whole time, but
One
I
thing-
think,
yeah,
I
he's
think
gonna play
D'Lo
hard
and
the whole time.
Ant gonna rub off on each other
Let me
a
ask a
little bit.
quick question though. Do you think Dylan, like, if I were a game planner, right, I'd let Anthony Edwards do whatever he wants because he can shoot them out of games.
Yeah.
And I'd put Dylan Brooks on D'Lo because I believe Dylan Brooks will lock up D'Lo all whatever games they take him to. I think it's 5.
All night long, really.
All, bro,
That's
On
fair.
Dylan-
Dylan
in my
will
opinion.
lock the
That's
fuck
fair.
out of D'Lo.
Yeah, that's hella
all I gotta
clamps. That's
say.
big clamps.
Big clamps.
What were you asking though?
No, that's
No,
what
he
my
was
thing.
just
is.
saying.
Yeah, like, do you
okay.
as a
Yeah, I feel
coach?
you.
No,
like,
yeah.
Do I waste my Dylan Brooks as a defender on Anthony Edwards and say, okay, you slow down Anthony Edwards, and then
let him drop 40, bro.
the other guys will
Shut
will
down
do it.
D'Lo and Cat.
Shut down D'Lo, and then Cat gets fucking overwhelmed by JJ and Steven Adams.
Because he has 3 fouls and he's panicking.
And you got the 2 of the best players
Yeah,
already
'cause
locked up.
JJ can get him on the
You know what I'm
fouls
saying?
too, for
JJ's
sure.
gonna get him on the
JJ
fouls.
can get him on
He has the
fouls.
gra-
Steven
he has-
Adams might even too if he actually
Nah,
go for
Steven Adams
no
isn't
if he
really
goes
offensive
for
like
some
that.
no if he actually see that's what I'm saying if he actually goes for some buckets he could probably get some fouls on
Yeah.
Cat.
I mean, he's strong enough.
That's what I'm saying.
He's strong enough to
he's
just go
like
through 'em.
he just has to go for it.
Yeah.
Let's bring in the next one here. The Toronto Raptors at
This
the
is-
Philadelphia
this is gonna be another
76ers.
good one, bro.
I hate
It's
my
a
pick
little
on this
interesting.
one because I love myself the Raptors. And dude, I was talking so much shit about just give James Hart just give Joel Embiid another star that's gonna help him out, and they'll just go at least to the finals. The last part of that season, they didn't look too good. But let me bring it in here. Let me get this intro. Wow.
Oh no, they didn't.
That's my thing. That's my first interjection here. Wow. Can this matchup get any better?
Sound like
All
me.
the drama that surrounds James Harden, Embiid looking like he won't get the MVP after all, and all to lose
I mean,
to a
it was a close
starless
race.
Rapt. It is.
It's a very
come on,
close race.
Jokic
It's a
close
very
it out
close
at the
race,
end.
yeah.
Jokic close it out at
Very,
the
very
end.
close, man.
Yeah.
It's-
Honestly,
Sorry.
bro. Honestly, I was like, it's gonna be Giannis or Jokic, really, because
I thought it was gonna be Joel. It was his time in story wise. You know
it-
how
well,
the NBA voters
I-
go.
It was.
I-
You know
no.
how NBA voters go.
look. It was his time, but I'm looking at how well these other guys are still actually performing beside him. I'm like, yeah, Joel, you got the scoring title, but I'm like, these guys are doing. It's
Wild.
more.
They're
It's
going
more.
crazy.
It's more.
We digress. And all to lose to a starless Raptors team that simply has length everywhere. We spoke about it beforehand when the Harden trade first happened. How far do the 76ers have to go for the Philly fans to let Harden off the hook? Because we didn't think that they're going to win a championship with this.
They're not.
Check out that video on our Spotify,
believe they
on our
will at this
podcast
point.
snips
Not with
from the
James,
past.
Not with James being this shaky, but go ahead.
Yeah, no worries.
No.
Please check out that video though, because definitely like to keep us accountable for our predictions. We all agreed that there needed to be at least a finals appearance for James Harden to be left off the hook. No more excuses, especially when you're
Yeah.
talking all this shit about leaving this spot, leaving
You
that
forced
spot.
yourself off of 2 teams
Multiple
in
teams,
2
bro.
years.
Come on. what if they get bounced in the first round? Not in the second round, in the first round.
Yeah, if they get bounced in the
Won't
first round.
the Philly fans miss Ben Simmons
So here's
at that point?
No.
yeah,
Not
because
really.
yeah,
I don't
because
know.
That's not the question. Go ahead.
no,
finish off.
but my
Quick.
thing is youth over all stars. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather have Ben, who's younger than James Harden. James Harden's kind of gonna be out the door in a couple of years soon.
I feel like for me, it wouldn't even be about missing Ben. It would just be like, bro, you're a flop.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
It's not looking good right now. I even heard from Philly fans that they are in between terror and confident against these Raptors because look at what happened in the past. You know what I mean? Let me say
They
this
built
much.
the wall.
A total of 15 players hit the floor in Game 7 of the Eastern Conference semifinals that year. The year that, of course, the Kawhi fadeaway in the corner to end the game. Blue Gatorade on his tongue. Nasty. Just
What?
4 will play. Watch it, bro. He's got all the blue Gatorade on his tongue. Just 4 will play in this series, though. Joel Embiid, Tobias Harris, flop. Fred VanVleet, Pascal Siakam, and Danny Green. That's actually 5. I don't know why they put 4 right there. So, in Game 7, the 76ers lost the series because they were outscored during Embiid's fewer than 3 minutes of rest by 12 points in what finished to be a 2-point Raptors win. That is to recall the last game in the series from the last matchup that they had in the playoffs when Kawhi was on the Raptors. Who wins this matchup? This first round matchup between the rotating Raptors. I like that name,
Wow.
the rotating Raptors.
That's corny. But
And corny. Where'd you hear that from?
corny but cute.
I hate you, bro. You know
I
what
s-
corny means, right?
I said corny but cute.
I hate you,
Like, it's
bro.
cute,
That's a
but
good ass name.
That's corny.
Because they always rotate and switch everything. The rotating
They do.
Raptors and the drama-ridden 76ers. Since Skipton wants to give out corny shit, let's see your corny ass prediction,
All
my
right.
dog. I'm throwing it out already.
I got the Raptors at 6.
Oh wow.
Only because here's the main reason why. So there are 2 people that are unvaccinated on the Philadelphia 76ers.
Who
Matisse
else
Thybulle,
Who else besides him?
Paul Millsap.
That's shit. Yeah, I get you.
You can't. It's gonna be kind of hard when you only have Matisse Thybulle for only 2 games like that, and you kind of need
that's-
Thybulle.
No.
You really.
No.
But you
not-
need
not 2
Thybulle.
games.
But you don't need
No,
Paul Millsap.
the
No,
not.
you don't need. You
the-
do
all
it.
the
You
play-
don't. You
all
do
the
it,
players
you
on the
don't.
Raptors are running that man's out the gym.
No, I feel you. No, they are, but I think missing Thybulle, that's gonna be a big one.
No, yeah, I get
Missing
that
Thybulle
one.
is gonna
That's
be
a
a
great
big one
point.
for
That's a
sure.
great point.
And then, and I think, like you said, you call them the rotating Raptors. The Raptors have a pretty good defensive scheme. They're all big and lengthy enough. They can
Nurse.
They're
switch
built
between-
nicely to
Right.
defend Joel.
They can all switch 1 through 5.
Nick Nurse.
Nick Nurse,
Nice,
is,
nasty.
Yeah.
Nick Nurse is gonna put together a great
I
game
think
plan
he might.
as usual.
I think he might show Doc Rivers a little something too. bro.
Ooh,
He's
yeah.
definitely-
Oh, hell
he's
yeah.
definitely gonna stick it to Doc Rivers for
Doc
sure.
Rivers
No,
is dependent on,
yeah.
D-
No,
on
he's gonna
DJ.
stick it to Doc Rivers for sure.
He's
And then
gonna
it's
do
hard.
No, I
and-
think because I feel like Nick Nurse is gonna do something that make Doc Rivers not look like the coach he's been looked at for so long. You know,
Yeah,
I
get
think it's
you.
gonna go there.
Keep going, get there.
And then another thing I wanted to say was Stevie made me forget my point.
Sorry, sir.
It's all good, but it'll come back to me.
So how many games though? Did you say 6?
I said 6.
Yeah, you said 6.
6
Yeah.
games.
I said
6 games.
Pascal on that little spin move, they finna do a lot for sure.
Come on, bro. Come on. Why you keep doing my demands like that? He's nasty with
Pascal
it.
and that spin
Really?
move
Here's the
finna
thing.
do a
Well,
lot.
He always
I
used to
mean-
shoot out of the spin. Now he's passing out of the spin. Really nice, man. And he has been finishing around the rim a lot better. I think he shot like 42%. He's like 10th of a point away from shooting 50% from that close when it comes to like, I think it's like 18 foot to like 5 feet or something like that. So he's been a
Yeah.
lot better in the mid-range game and the little floater game. Joel Embiid might have something to say about that, but if my mans can pass out off of that, it looks pretty good.
Yeah.
What is your prediction on this one, Steven?
I'm picking Raptors too. Yeah, 6 games because I mean, like James Harden is still playing, but at the end of the day,
Oh, that's what it was. Keep going.
yeah, but at the end of the day, bro, Fred, I feel like he can do what he wants this series. Pascal, I feel like he can do what he wants this series. Gary Trent, Junior, I feel like he can do what he wants too.
So left out.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like all those guys can do what they want, and they can shut down Joel, which is the main thing.
I don't know about that one.
They can. Well,
I like
all right,
building-
yeah,
like
all right,
building
you know,
walls,
all right, yeah,
building
you know
a
what, you know
wall,
what?
And he'll not be as efficient.
No, all right, yeah. Look, I'll amend that. Not as far as shutting. They are built to defend him, but yeah, as far as it goes, outside of that, I don't see anyone else really stepping up outside of Joel.
I feel like they'll get the ball out of his hands, but I don't think they'll defend him straight up.
And I don't
efficient.
expect him to get one man on him. Hell no.
But that's what I'm trying to say. Like,
Yeah, no, I don't. No, yeah, no. Why would I do that?
Yeah,
That's
I
like
get you.
doing that with Giannis.
Man,
No, I wouldn't
so-
do that.
So I love to be consistent, and I've been on these Raptors pretty much all year, just talking about how they're sleepers, and they have a lot of great players that can rotate once again. And I was one of the people that was talking about how the Raptors are going to beat the Warriors, and that was before the KD injury. That was before Klay Thompson's injury, of course, even though it was more of the tail end of that series. What I really wanted to talk about was, first of all, the matchups and how they can switch everything. How, Kyle Lowry is a really nice man on the defensive side. How Fred VanVleet actually was the wild card, and he showed out in those finals, right? So
He balled.
the biggest part
Big
about
ass
it,
Fred.
right, was Kawhi, though.
Yeah.
So let me look
Yeah.
at this team now. You have Scotty Barnes. You have OG Anunoby, who came
I
back.
didn't even mention him. That's yeah.
You still have
X factor,
Pascal.
though.
You have, of course, Fred VanVleet. Both of those guys are still from that last team. You just mentioned Gary Trent, who can play a lick of defense as well,
He
and
can
who
hoop, though,
he
bro.
can fucking hit them threes as
He can
well.
hoop, bro.
Still got Chris Boucher.
You
off
got
the
a
bench.
lot.
Yeah.
Yes, you got a lot of length. You got a
Precious
lot of
Achiuwa.
help.
You said OG still
And
there, right?
yes,
Oh, yeah.
well, he came back, so he was
Sivy?
injured for a lot at the end, and so I
Yeah,
still don't think
know,
that he's
but
up to par.
but
He'll play. He'll
but
play.
I was just making sure he wasn't one of the men they traded too, though, because
No,
Norman
yeah,
Powell
no,
got
they- I don't
shipped
think
out.
Nah,
Yeah.
because they locked up OG after the bubble, so OG's there to stay.
When OG hit the game winner against the
Yeah,
Heat.
against the Celtics.
Shit was
Oh,
crazy.
it was the Celtics. Yeah, the
That shit
Celtics.
was
Excuse me.
cold.
So then, and then you look at the 76ers team. What at this point, what good can you say about him? Tobias Harris isn't playing up to his standards. How
No.
much he's getting paid?
198
He's
million.
never
Nothing.
played up to that contract.
He hasn't.
though.
Never will.
You have Danny Green, who hasn't been himself for how many years since he possibly played on the Lakers.
Since he left
that
the
was like the last of
Since
it.
he left the Spurs, really.
He was nice on his first stint after
I
he left the
wouldn't
Spurs.
say-
With the
He
Raptors,
did.
he was
He
nice.
did solid with the
he was
Raptors
nice.
too.
He was okay.
He was okay with us,
He just
even
had
though
that
he
one-
made me.
he
He
just
made me
had
mad. He made me mad some moments, but Danny Green was
watching-
alright with
I'm
us.
watching these 76ers games, and I'm seeing. Let's talk about their main offensive style real quick. So what happens is that James Harden tries to get the switch. If he doesn't switch, he either picks a matchup between him and this man's and goes ISO, whoever he switches on, or whatever he ends up with the matchup, or he sees a better matchup with Joel and then passes it to Joel. Let's talk about James Harden real quick, because James Harden picking between himself and somebody else, whoever that may be, he's gonna pick himself. Now,
Look, James
what,
Harden.
Wait, one more thing. What matchup is he gonna get screened from Joel
Who
Embiid?
are we talking
and then
about?
he gets switched. I'm talking about James
He's
Harden
saying
as a
playing
ball
the
handler.
Raptors.
When he's playing the
yeah,
Raptors,
it's not gonna work.
Okay.
and he gets a screen by Joel Embiid, who in a switch, who's guarding Joel,
Okay.
is James Harden gonna go ISO on and light that matchup?
Right.
He better
Name
not.
one guy.
Yeah.
He better not.
Maybe Fred, but Fred's not switching
Yeah,
from
Fred's
Joel
not- yeah, Fred's
onto
not-
him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Fred's not coming back.
that's
That's not
not.
gonna
That's just
happen.
not a switch he's getting.
So
No.
that's James
Unless
Harden's
they
type of
really
thing.
work to set that
And
up.
then when I do like the matchups from Joel after a switch, James Harden still doesn't pass it to Joel. He's like, I got this.
Yeah.
And then now, guess what? He depends on free throws. It's no secret. It gets tighter inside of these playoffs. And he crumbles under pressure. It's always been said,
He
especially
does.
with the way that it
He
happens.
does.
He gets a little
I seen
passive.
it.
So
I
ultimately,
seen it.
He's had some
twice.
big moments, but in the playoffs, yeah, no.
it's bro, and I talked about it too. Like just give Joel. He's playing so well right now. Just give him when the trade happened. Just give him a star. If he comes on this team and he can just produce a little bit, it's gonna be great.
Facts.
Well, they got rid of Curry as well, and that was kind of a big loss to get a James
Yeah.
Harden. And oh my God, James isn't gelling with
Oh
this
my
man.
God, what happened to Virgil?
What,
I had to
was
say
it?
it.
Oh Lord Jesus is
There is a dumpster fire going on in the 76ers. I am so
agree,
worried if
bro.
I'm a 76ers fan. It's either they go hard and they blow these mans out because they got a good game plan, word to Doc Rivers, but no, I do not believe in him.
I don't trust that man.
I believe in Nick Nurse.
You don't trust Doc or you don't trust the 76ers?
Neither.
Neither. I really enjoy Joel Embiid. I think, honestly, I don't think that he's the MVP because I would rather have somebody who's more dominant than him, a Giannis, or somebody that makes all my players better, a Jokic. And I think the Jokic
He had a
story is better.
dominant year, but just not more
He's good.
dominant than Giannis.
He's
It's,
great.
it's
No, yeah.
just
He-
it's just
it's-
that. It's just really
Gian-
that,
Nah,
bro.
yeah, 'cause
He really
Giannis-
did have a dominant year,
Yeah.
but Giannis was just this much more dominant. It's
I'm gonna
okay.
say this much.
It's nothing to be
It's
sad
not.
about.
It's not going to be good. I got him in 6 games. Come on, only 2 wins against this Raptors squad.
But it's
That
it's
is tough.
It's just not a
And-
good.
and
It's
guess
not
who-
a good matchup either, though,
and
bro.
guess
It's
what?
this really is.
So
a
wait,
good
you taking the
matchup for them.
Raptors?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We got another unanimous. Holy shit.
I
We got
really-
3 in the episode.
I said it when it trade first happened. The 76ers are gonna go long. I've been watching them lately. James Harden is really tearing this team. He was so nice at first. Now this
Yeah.
team's going down. We didn't even
I didn't
mention
think he would be a
Tyrese
gr-
Maxey
I
this whole
didn't-
time.
Right.
No, we haven't.
Yeah.
No, we haven't.
Damn,
You
we
know
have
why?
it.
Because it
Because
doesn't really
he's-
matter.
No.
Because
No, no, no,
James
no, no, no,
Harden
no.
is
It's
not bringing him
it's-
in.
no.
I don't want to say it's not that he doesn't really matter.
No,
it's just that
because James
Harden
Harden's
is
I
fault.
feel
It's
like
stinking
James
it up so
James
much.
Harden's gonna blow
Yeah.
them out of the playoffs.
And then it's
pretty
even
much,
what
bro.
Jalen Rose said today on
Them sold out dates.
them
Yeah.
sold out from
Yeah.
3, 5 of 11, 6 of 14,
No, them
12
is,
of 13.
them was overall field
Yeah.
goals too, bro.
10, 4 of 12,
Can I say something?
6 of 13. What the fuck is going on?
Let me say one thing.
Oh shit. What you gonna say?
The 76ers can win this matchup if the Raptors continue to send double teams at James Harden and then he passes out kind of like a triangle to the perimeter, and then they make one extra pass into a Joel Embiid inside, and they don't figure it out, which I don't think Nick Nurse will continue to fall for that. And then Joel Embiid is able to dominate against
Really?
a 1v1 matchup already in the paint. Then I really think that can
Really?
take over. But ultimately, I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think they're going to fall for it.
The series, I guess the series kind of hinges on James, but
It is all about James.
is not.
Are you going to be a team player, or are you going to play the same bullshit you've been doing at the end of the season?
He's gonna keep. He's gonna do what he's always done, bro. Because I don't feel like he's really. Does he care?
That's a really good point.
I think he does.
That's
care.
a really good point. Does he
just-
though? Because he
I
would have
think
got
he
the
does.
job
I
done at
bro.
one of
no,
them.
bro. Like you can say it, you think he does. He can say the right things, but bro, actions are actions, and we are looking at him and we are saying
Actions
this
speak
is
louder than
not.
words.
This is not gonna produce what you're looking for.
Yeah.
It's not gonna get him what he wants. He's not gonna win a championship.
Dude.
Showing us 7 for 18.
It's tough. Let me say this much because I also read this in an article. Embiid Harden pick and roll has destroyed traditional drop coverage. I don't think that that's the style of the Raptors. They're
Hell
more
no.
aggressive and they'll get after you and make the road. What did I call them? The rotating Raptors. They're
They're
all
inter-
playing up, and
they're
then somebody's gonna
intercepting.
drop in.
They're intercepting, bro.
We'll see how that goes.
Fuck
Let's
that.
get on to the next one, though. Gifton, bring this matchup in.
Man, so this also, folks.
Damn,
gonna
this
be-
one's tough.
This is gonna be one for the ages. This is really a coin toss. Actually, you know what? It's not. Because every time I keep saying it's gonna be a coin toss, I look fucking stupid like when I picked Charlotte and they got blown out by 28. Anyway, still love you, Melo. Anyways,
He's not
we
bad.
got the Denver Nuggets at the Golden State Warriors.
I
Saturday,
feel like this one we might
5:30.
finally get different picks on. Maybe.
Have
but
you
let's
been
see.
unanimous through all of them?
We've
Well,
had
Somebody pick one.
we've
different.
had 3 unanimous decisions.
no,
The
really?
Grizzlies, the Raptors, and shit, I can't remember the other one.
No, somebody.
We've had 3 unanimous
The
decisions.
Grizzlies.
The Raptors.
The first one we didn't pick, right? Yeah, you picked the Jazz.
Oh,
picked-
yeah,
and-
so we've had
and
2.
I think.
We've had
Did
2.
you pick the Jazz or the?
I picked the Jazz. He picked
I
the
picked
Mavericks.
the
I
Mavericks.
picked
So
the
we both picked the Mavericks.
Okay,
You
so,
picked the
so
Jazz.
2 unanimous
So 2
decisions.
unanimous.
But I think this one we're probably gonna have different picks.
I
You're
feel
right,
like this
Stevie.
one would be different.
You're right,
too, though.
Stevie.
We'll
Anyway,
see.
let's get into it. So
Because we don't know.
if the series had 2 max players playing playing in Jamal Murray
and Jamal Murray, and
you read that.
I know where
you wrote it.
if this series,
he be writing some crazy shit. Bro.
well, it's because I say it differently in my head. I gotta add some commas and semicolons. I am not an English major.
Go ahead, big dog.
If this series
I didn't go to
had
high school.
if this series had two max players playing in, you're talking about Jamal Murray and Michael Porter Jr. It would be my favorite matchup to watch here. Denver Nuggets against these Golden State Warriors. Nonetheless, Jokic with some good players will take on the Warriors, who have been getting their feet under them as Steph makes his way back into the lineup for Game 1. Yeah. During the stint with Steph out, Poole and Klay have been thriving together, and Green has been coming into his own after a nagging back injury. The Warriors seem to be rolling, but can the Joker pull a wild card from his sleeve and get this series like he will most likely get the MVP in the last second? Who wins this matchup is my question to you guys in the first round here between the no-help Nuggets and the no worries Warriors. So we got the no-help Nuggets and the no worries Warriors.
You think the Warriors don't have any worries? That's crazy.
About this one?
You don't think they do?
Bro.
I'd be scared as fuck playing against the Nuggets.
What? Can I go first?
Yeah, you can go first. I just want to say one more thing. Klay Thompson has been putting. I think
Klay has been going crazy, but I would still be scared playing the Nuggets going into the first round.
In 4 of his last 6 games, he's dropped over 30 points. And
I think he's dropped like 35 each game.
Like 32, 30 is over 30 points.
Yeah.
He's been hooping.
Yeah. So, Stevie, you want to start us off?
Jordan Poole's also been hooping, too. I will say that, too.
Yeah.
Jordan Poole, most improved player. Put it on it. Come on.
I think John Morant got it, but go ahead.
John Morant's a second pick.
So
he's still supposed to be good.
He almost jumped 10 points, though.
So he is great.
He jumped from
10 points.
I feel like the most improved player, and this is digress, so let's just get on to the next one. I feel like the most improved player should be like a no-name turning himself into a name.
Okay.
And John Morant's
that's fair, but they haven't always awarded it that way.
I agree with you, but that's not how the league works.
I just feel like that because John Morant's gonna get more awards. Will Jordan Poole get that many awards?
Nah.
Hopefully.
Maybe a couple 6 mans.
I won't say he won't.
But you're talking about a G League guy into a
not an all-star,
but possibly an all-star.
But even at the level he's performing at, even in a year, we didn't expect that. So I won't hold his ceiling lower than it could be.
Right.
Perfect. Now go ahead and get on with your analysis.
Yeah, because it's been an hour. So
that's all good.
Low key.
This is good because people care about this. We got to give our good analysis. Go ahead, Steven. I'm not worried about the time.
I'm kind of going Nuggets, bro.
Whoa!
I'm okay with being. I'm really okay with being wrong here, bro. But I'm kind of going Nuggets. Not even because I feel like the Warriors are not playing well because of
they're playing well.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But even at the end of the year, we were talking about them when they were having a little losing streak too. They had some little down moments, but I don't know if they really have an answer for Jokic, bro. And that's the key to the Nuggets. If you don't have an answer for Jokic, what do you do?
Put the camera on me real quick. Kevon Looney.
Rob, are you serious? Are you serious?
Oh yeah, I like that guy.
Are you serious?
No, I'm not serious.
I hope not, because I'm like, Kevon Looney is still he's gonna have a long day dealing with damn Jokic, bro. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry. Like, Jokic makes players better, and again, so if Jokic, exactly, they have a lot of guards, their guards and wings.
From the perimeter to the paint, that's gonna be a headache.
So whoever, if they get Jokic by himself with anybody, it's a field day. And if they start trying to double him, he's passing it out and he makes the right pass. Yeah. So at the end of the day, it's gonna be pick your poison with the Nuggets. Ooh. I don't know what they're really gonna have to shut the Nuggets down. But there was even games at the end of the year when we were predicting maybe the Warriors might get them. The Nuggets still beat them.
Mm-hmm. My biggest thing, though, is that the Warriors also have home court advantage. You know how that home court advantage goes, though. Especially for the Warriors.
Oracle's going crazy.
The Nuggets still got good home court advantage. But I'm saying that the Oracle
I agree with that point. I agree with that point, too.
And then, like we just talked about, if Klay got his feet under him, which he's been playing, do you think – let me just ask you this one. This will help your point out. Do you think that with Steph trying to be integrated back in this lineup that it will throw off Jordan Poole and Klay Thompson? Just say yes. So that
a little. Because I'm not saying like they won't. I'm not saying it like it'll be overwhelmingly overcomable, but like it might take them a little bit to figure that out because they haven't been able to really build that chemistry between all three of them on the court all the time, all the way yet. Like, just because of injuries type shit. Like, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Not because they haven't tried to.
Another thing to help out your argument would be that Jamal Murray and MPJ are still not formally ruled out the same way Kawhi kind of is out of the series.
Yeah.
One more question for you, and then if you want to follow up with something else that you'd like to say. Do you think that integrating him into a lineup this late into the season in the playoffs already is a good thing or a bad thing for these Nuggets who are rolling as well in a certain aspect?
I hear you. I feel like
you're right, though. They can win on any night.
Yeah. I feel like for MPJ, not so much. Maybe for Jamal Murray, it might be. Only because it's been longer they've been without him, and they've had to do a little bit more to like get used to not having him. So like, yeah.
I think it's the opposite.
Really?
I like MPJ a little bit more just because Bones Highland and Monte Morris have been very, very nice. Whereas the forwards, I'm not taking Aaron Gordon. And
that's
and
why
Jeff Green,
I feel
Jermichael Green.
You're saying the same thing I'm saying.
No, I want MPJ there. I don't want Jamal Murray there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I feel like
you
it's
said that. I thought you wanted Jamal Murray.
No,
there
I'm saying
rather
it's
than MPJ.
easier. It would be easier for Michael Porter Jr. for sure. Yeah, but Jamal Murray, it's been so much longer that they haven't had him. They've been able to deal with just not having him already. Even with trading Gary Harris, like they traded him, and we didn't
really need Gary Harris to be real.
You're right. I agree. He was a good defender, though, bro.
He was
a good defender, but on the scoring side,
but they weren't
he left
miss
more.
Gary Harris if they.
You're right. You're right. But they figured out having different guards in the offense, and Jokic is making any guard that plays next to him
a fucking all-star.
They're like, cause Monte Morris was their backup for so long, but he can play as a starter with he can actually hoop, but he's playing as a starter.
So we're talking about Monte Morris, right? Monte Morris.
So you're taking Denver.
Damn, dog.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
I just had that.
No, no worries. Yeah, of course.
I'll give them 6.
Monte Morris made 124 threes at about 39.5% clip this season.
It's not bad.
Also, Bones Highland has been shooting 40% since the All-Star break. And Will Barton, you know how Will Barton goes. He's streaky.
He's a vet.
He can pull out.
Yeah, he's a closer type guy.
He can show out and he can disappear too.
Yes, I agree.
He can show out and definitely disappear.
Gifton, you want to go or you want me to go?
I'm gonna go. I got the Warriors at 4.
Oh, you crazy, bruh.
It's the Warriors.
What?
You're talking about.
It's a sweep. You're
MVP,
saying a sweep on the Nuggets?
No. You're right. I'll give him 5.
Okay,
I'll give him
but
5.
all right.
Because it's the Warriors. The Warriors have been here, done that plenty of times. We know who the Warriors are. They've established themselves as a powerhouse in the West for so many years. Ain't shit changed. We got Clay back. We got Dre.
The big three have established themselves as that.
The big three have established themselves, and the big three plays so good that anybody else around them is going to look great. So it doesn't matter if Kevon Looney has an off night. It doesn't matter if Jordan Poole has an off night. You know why? Because Clay's in the fucking corner finna drop 30 on anybody at any given second.
Okay.
You know why? Because we got Draymond on top of the key, ready to give out 12, 15 assists.
15.
Okay,
he can.
Hey, man, hold on.
He can. Why can't he?
15 assists.
He can.
Hey,
I'm not saying he ain't capable, but he's not averaging 15 assists.
No, I'm just saying though.
He can't put out that.
He has
He can do it, but he's not doing that every game. Go ahead, Rob.
I thought you were gonna say 12 to 15 points a game, and I was like, hold up, and then you said assists, and that was more. That's so funny. This guy can't put up 12 to 15 points, but 12 to 15 assists. All right, Draymond, yeah, you're right.
He's done it though numerous times.
He can do that on the assist for sure, but he's not averaging.
So that's
but
what
that
I'm
was
saying,
funny because I was like, wait, hold up now, and then he said assist, and I was like, okay, that's funny.
And then
for a power forward
and then what makes
who's defensive.
And then what makes the cherry on top? Steph motherfucking Wardell Curry. We're good.
Wardell's
the
his
Warriors
first
is
name.
good. I got the Warriors in 5. Jokic had a great season. Great MVP stand. I think he's gonna win it because he's kind of done way more successful than. I don't want to say he's more successful than Joel Embiid, but his story and the stats that he's putting up makes him deserve MVP.
He's more
But
successful.
I got
That
the Warriors
that
in
like
5,
2,000
bro.
points, 1,000 rebounds,
Joel's
500
not
assists was
yeah,
cool.
yeah,
I got
that
the
is.
War-
And
I
I'm
got
like,
the
Joel
Warriors
doesn't
in
even have.
5. I
Joel
think it's
doesn't
gonna
have
be a
that
gentleman's
moment.
sweep.
All right.
I think them 3 are definitely gonna overpower Nikola Jokic for sure.
All right, I'm gonna have to agree with Gift Man here.
Okay.
Now, and even with the games, like 5
on
games.
what parts?
5 games.
Okay, cool.
I would have to say though that he didn't really mention anything necessarily about the bench and Kuminga.
They have a good
And,
bench for sure.
Yeah, they have a really good bench. Kuminga is a wild card. Gary Payton
Only because
Jr.
he's a rookie though.
Well, so when they give him minutes, then he really produces. But it's
Yeah.
also kind of like a Will Barton. It can be up or it
But
can be
he's
down.
a rookie
but
too.
I really
Will
like.
Barton's 9 years
I understand that,
plus.
but I really love Kuminga on both ends of the floor. Will Barnes more of a one end of the floor type of guy in my opinion.
Mhm.
So when it comes to we haven't even talked about Gary Payton, who's actually really good on the
The
defensive
second.
side.
Juan
Now
Toscano.
let's talk about these. Okay, Juan Toscano is kind of everybody kind of brags about him.
People
He's not
like
really
He
him,
has
my
his
but
guy.
role,
I'm not.
He's not really my guy. I like
He's
the
just
other
a role
two.
player.
He's a
Yeah,
fan
he's
favorite.
just
I
a
like
role
the
player.
other two
but
more.
we know what we're gonna get out of a solid 10 minutes of Juan Toscano.
He's
I don't
good.
care
He's
about
good.
his
He's
10
not-
minutes.
I'm
He's
not
gonna
bragging.
He's a
give
good
me a
role player.
solid 10
But
minutes.
bro, but Gifton, don't have that much. You have a lot of confidence. It sounds like it. You just said he's gonna give me solid 10 minutes.
Yeah, bro.
Oh, come on,
like
bro.
you can't put
Be like
stock
that.
in 10 minutes.
Like,
Like
I'm
that's
just
gonna
saying,
win you a
give
game.
them
I
a
appreciate
solid
your hype.
10 minutes,
Bro,
the same way.
I'm saying
whatever,
I
keep going.
appreciate your hype, but I'd rather you be more hype for Kuminga and Gary Payton II because
You-
both of those
see,
guys
facts.
serve
you know-
a better purpose than
You
that
know
Facts.
why
guy.
I'm not? Because I feel like they're gonna ice themselves out of the game because the lights are
Stop
gonna be
it.
so bright.
Oh my! Stop it.
Based on what?
You're
They're rookies.
Okay,
They're
okay.
young.
So that's
I
where I'm
mean,
kind of
This
coming
is Jonathan Kuminga's first playoffs. He
Bro,
might
who
kind of
Was-
ice
cares?
himself.
yeah,
See,
they're
they say
rookies,
who-
but it doesn't matter.
You
bro.
were just talking about it. When you got those 3 people, you have so much confidence in the world that it doesn't matter who they play with. But if you have guys who can actually produce good minutes, like those guys, and those other guys are giving you that much confidence, look at them in the beginning of the year. That's how they're going to play in these playoffs, especially against these Nuggets. Now, let me say this much though too. So, I really like those cats, and they're really good on the defensive side as well. Jokic, as much as I love him, he can't run. All the guys that I mentioned can run that man's. I was talking about Paul Millsap getting ran out the gym. All those guys can run up and down the court. And guess what? Jokic is already going to have so much usage.
He's Mr. Full Port Pass.
Yeah, but pass, not running.
Them guards run.
Now let's
Them
see
guards
him on
running.
the defensive. I'm talking about the defensive side though.
Okay.
When I'm speaking about that, he's already having a lot of usage on the offensive side. Now you're trying to make him run fucking fast. They're already talking about how they're going to play a starting 5 that's going to be small. They're not even going to run Kevon Looney and start him. But when Jokic is starting to get off, then they're going to put Looney in to slow him down. Now, is it going to work? Is it going to work? I don't know.
They're gonna put Looney in this
But my
little
whole
bit.
thing about this is,
Nigga,
I agree.
Jokic ain't gonna blink.
Maybe Dre
I
will
agree.
be
I
lit.
wish, bro. I wish
Oh,
so bad
swings on me.
that Jamal Murray and PJ were here because I really love when stars and new stars in the league come in and they're able to just take away from what was a throne, what was a great team, and just start a new age because I love new shit that's coming in. Ultimately, man, the Warriors will be rolling. The Warriors got their leader back. My whole thing about this is, can Klay Thompson continue the role? Can Jordan Poole continue to serve his role as well in that type of way? The one that's been recent, the one without Steph in the lineup. Can they all be in that production? Because Steph can play off the ball.
Yeah, he can.
And my whole thing is, Draymond Green, he just came off this back nagging injury, of course, right? If he's going to be guarding Jokic, what does that mean for the rest of the playoffs? So my whole thing is, hopefully, Kevon can play big minutes and stop Jokic in a bigger way. Not even stop him, but slow him down. And ultimately, Draymond Green can take a little bit more of a backseat, take that 15 assists, 12 assists role, and just feed all these other cats who are just begging and itching to get on and really produce. Jonathan Kuminga,
It's gonna be
I say
heavy
is a
task,
wild
bro.
card, but ultimately, yeah, man, come on. Like I really like these Nuggets, and they got some good stuff. But I think that they'll respectfully get one gentleman's sweep, there's gonna be 2 blowouts by the Warriors at least, and then the other ones they're gonna win, not handedly, but they're gonna win. But the Nuggets, out of respect for Joker, they're gonna get one good one there. Any rebuttals or anything on that though, Steven?
I mean, I hear
They
everything.
still have Andre Iguodala.
He's just there.
Former Nugget.
Yeah, damn.
Yeah,
Back in the day.
Former Sixer.
Yeah, back in the day.
Fuck those guys. Anyways,
Man.
honestly,
He was nasty on the Sixers with Allen Iverson.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying fuck the Sixers.
Okay.
They fuck the Sixers.
Yeah. So, realistically, I just feel like it's gonna be kind of tight, bro. I just think it's gonna be tight. I hear everything you're saying about the Warriors, and I respect that. But at the end of the day, they're about to deal with the MVP-ish guy.
I like it.
He's the reigning MVP, and he's gonna show niggas, bro.
I like it, man. I'm glad that you picked them. I hope that the Nuggets do win. It's not that. Here's the thing.
I just hope it's, bro. I don't care if I'm
I-
wrong. I just hope it's a
Yeah,
good series.
I hope it's a
Honestly,
good
I
series
don't
as
care
well.
if I'm
I
wrong.
hope I'm wrong about Utah because I don't want to see it win.
I don't want to see.
I hope Utah's lose, bro. Utah gotta lose.
And that is episode 73
Yes,
of the
sir.
Sports U podcast. I hope that you guys have learned something from either Steven, myself, Rob on the mic, or big gift to my left here. Again, we definitely appreciate you guys coming out. We are almost at 100 subscribers. 98 of you guys have subscribed. 98 supporters,
98.
at least on the YouTube channel. We definitely have more on the Instagram there, but definitely thank you for your support. Support the U, as we always like to say. Gifton, go ahead and take us out, my guy.
And as always, Tommy and Dom DeMarco. Yes, sir.
Dom DeMarco.
If you like this video, go ahead and shout that like button. Bust down those comments. Tell your friends to subscribe to us so we can get 100 subscribers. So we
Get
can
it.
do some dumb shit for
Plug
100
us.
subscribers.
Hopefully we
I'm
can have
itching
a-
for it. We're gonna do something stupid.
Yeah.
We're gonna do something crazy. We're gonna do something
Hopefully.
great.
These
And
boys want to die.
Yeah, we can figure out something.
no, but as always, support you.
Put your hands down.
Tell me to put my hands down.
Cut that
Hey,
shit out, man.
y'all have a good night,
I'm about
everybody.
to Pablo Escobar you, bro.
Goddamn.
Whoa.